golden chain with diamonds. What's hiding here? Ah, some flaming lockpick fuel. Finally.
I feel like a chosen one.
I learned this from
The
my
anatomical
grandma.
drawing, replete with stomach-turning details, set out how to crown a victim with a sinister barbed circlet.
See? No
The
problem.
corpse's mutilated head shows that an attempt was made to place the circlet on the victim's head, but they did not survive the agonizing operation. Let's have a look at this server. This machine is used for healing and provide the healer with information about the patient's current condition. Yeah, healing. Sure. The contraception before you looks truly sinister, like the entrails of some sort of sea creature. A glinting tangle of ebony tubes connects to a capacious vessel. The bindings, splattered with blackened blood, must serve to hold helpless victims. You notice a piece of scalp stuck between the teeth of the serrated saw. The shiny, impossibly sharp drill is sickening to look at. It's like the machine is sleeping, but ready at any moment to awaken and recommence torturing and dissecting living flesh. Let's examine the mechanism, as gruesome as it is. It appears that this machine is what performed the heinous and disfiguring procedures on the guards that have turned them into puppets. A separate compartment of the machine holds an orderly stack of the nefarious circlets, the metal spikes gleaming. Let's examine the circlets. Numerous crystal plates, all no thicker than a hair, cover the inside of each circlet's rim. These plates overlap in an intricate pattern and are connected by a web of greyish metal fibers. Small spheres of cloudy stone that resemble smoky quartz rest against the temples. It's possible that these are what the mysterious master used to deliver commands to his slaves. Try to get a sense of how the circlets work. Carefully touching the circlet's plates, you analyze the circlet's reactions. Some touches make the circlet vibrate quietly, while others cause tiny storms of lightning to run across the spikes. Even though this contraception was created by adepts of a magic that you're completely unfamiliar with, you're nonetheless certain that it is magical. Interesting. So like technological magic. I mean, used for something truly horrible, but interesting nonetheless. Basing your assumptions on your knowledge of primary arcane principles, you are able to guess the access keys to some of the simplest, least sophisticated functions and activate the circlet. It seems that this item was crafted for the use of psionic magic. Crown can heighten one's sensitivity to such influences, but it could instead be made to protect the wearer from psionics. Ooh. Maybe with that we can pass the psionic barriers. Let's do that. With the help of the tools available to you, I need to look for the tools. Kinda can't do that, so I guess I have to find the tools first. Wherever they are. I guess to get through that, I should use the circlet. Not really sure where I can find the the equipment. Maybe behind here.
My tail is twitching. Must be a sign.
Helmet of the Abyss Killer. According to legend, this helmet belonged to the mighty warrior who was doomed to endlessly slay hordes of demons. It doesn't seem to have any magic, but it looks formidable. And there was something to bypass some Abyss corruption. Early writings about Iomedae's mortal life and her acts. The pages are decayed, the text now unreadable. It is unknown how this holy book ended up in a place like this. No tools. Where are the tools? Where do I find them? I don't know. I think it might be a very bad idea to cross this part without Now once again we have to look where there are doors and how I can open them. Let's have another look around. Okay, this is open, obviously.
Beautiful.
I gotta say, the game is really cool. I really love the design, I really love the writing, the ideas. This part with looking for all the doors is very tedious. But look at this device. By pressing the button a couple of times, a message flashes on the device. Psionic shielding tools, storeroom 1. Other attempts, get nothing more. Storeroom 1. Yeah, why is that?
You
Is it
won't
here?
survive me.
Let's have a look around and hope we can find something. It's a ring. Ring of devastating will. Avoid magical and unusual attacks with great willpower. Ooh. Definitely equip that one. Ah, and I think we once again encountered the bug where we are, for whatever reason, stripped of everything we were wearing. Why does that happen? This game has more bugs than I expected. Anyway. Just give me a second to just re-equip some things. Take it ourselves. We have a headband which improves our charisma? I don't think so. And the flow would be +2 charisma. Wisdom, vast intelligence. Let's give Lann the one for wisdom. Belt, physical flow. You. Constitutions for you. Protection. The bone amulet of Camellia. And we also have those ones. Brave Lucky Braces. Braces of armor, I think. Oh no, they work actually. Nice. Resistance. That will definitely make fights a little easier. Alright. Still looking for something for psionic defensive. Or at least some tools. Face circlet. A mechanical circlet that turns mortals into obedient servants with a sinister 100 face. This device has not yet crowned anyone's head. It's not been activated. I think we can maybe use that. We're not looking for like the tools, but more for circlet. I thought there were circlets here in the machine. We will try it out. Maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't. We'll have to look for some more. What at first appears to be a patch of rust is revealed on close inspection to be an old blood stain spread across the white brain. Try it again. Now we can do it. Failed. We do it again. We can. First and foremost, you break off the sharp spikes, and then you tear the drill out of the monstrous machine fastenings. You wield the drill methodically, punching holes into the circlet and hoping that your calculations are correct. But by destroying just a few specific parts of this contraception, you can render it completely harmless. At least, your work is complete. You've turned the horrible device into something resembling a helmet that can be worn atop a head. An intact head that hasn't come into contact with a saw. This headgear will keep the wearer safe from even the strongest psionic attacks. Nice.
Here we go.
And I'm very happy that we don't need to saw our head off, or part of it. And we can't equip it, so I think it's maybe like a story device item. Can I just walk inside here? Yes, apparently. Can we all do that? Nice. I wonder if I didn't do that, if you could just push through, or if you like immediately die.
My will is resolute.
Here we go again.
We are very close to meeting 100 phase. And I wonder if it's like maybe even like a combination of the old mage and the machine. Just the machine, or just the mage? The mage is like the avatar of the machine. The mage's voice is quiet, matter of fact. You've demonstrated superior abilities. We are impressed. Greet you, candidate.
Candy who? For a moment there, I thought you said something about candy. But there's no way a nasty old bully like you could be talking about anything nice.
Who are you? We are 100 Face, the mind engineer, the alloy of mortal and immortal. We oversee this community. Wow, this community. You realize you've seen this face before. The cowl-shrouded visage of the Kelfelk, who told you about this place. The top of 100 Face's skull has been removed like the others. The crown he's wearing is much larger and more intricate. I think that's the computer. So you even turned yourself into a machine. True, the exhaustion and deterioration of living tissue reached critical levels. For the purposes of continuation of function, a number of measures were taken. The decision was considered acceptable. The procedure resulted in the duration of existence being extended by an undefined length of time, which will prove sufficient for the discovery of permanent solutions. Undefined length is sufficient? There's not really more you can achieve. What exactly are you doing here? We are conducting the project, implementing its schedule and gathering an army. By incrementally enhancing countermeasures, we are attracting increasingly more dangerous opponents to absorb their abilities through modernization and amalgamation. The next schedule phase is to attract a high volume of non-mortal opponents such as the demon armies of the Worldwound. The chances of victories are adequate. How did you convince the Sarkorians to serve you? The manipulative approach we deemed optimal. The specimens were motivated by promise of assistance. Mistrust was suppressed through the weakening of their identity's basic elements, such as hope, religious beliefs, or ethical limitations. Insubordination was suppressed through internal purges. You're just playing with the lives of others. True, playing a game is the preferred default activity for most advanced intellects. The mind's purpose is to play and find the optimal strategy to achieve total victory. Hey, I think I know you. True, your arrival was planned in accordance with the schedule. Given that the original's host body possesses the most advanced functionality, we used it to convince you to come. We are satisfied with the fact that you arrived within scheduled time limits, as did all previous candidates. The calculations do not require adjustment. The original host's name doesn't matter, and neither does the history of his existence. We are not what he was. We have long surpassed the limitations of a mortal creature's mind. The singular personality was split in order to achieve complexity of thought. Now we are a collective. We are 100 Face. I think especially with this like really monotone, unenthusiastic and calm voice, it's even more unnerving, as if it was someone like truly mad. All these never before seen mechanisms, how do you even obtain them? They were procured in the depths of Numeria. We executed a series of expeditions into Silver Mount where we discovered these and many other pieces. Killing noise, chambers of eternal life, artificial creatures, technology. Even 100 Faces' impassive voice tenses upon uttering the last word. These items were crafted from sky metals. They are not from Golarion, they were created under the light of other stars. The Technical League in Numeria extract such machines from the ground. They think they understand their essence and claim them. False. The nations of Golarion are underdeveloped beyond measure compared to creators of these items, and their failure is therefore assured. Only the device that we assemble is capable of fully grasping technology. Technical League. The Technical League is a group of arcanists and other law seekers obsessed with unlocking the mysteries of the Silver Mount, an ancient alien artifact that crashed long ago near the Numerian capital of Starfall. Through their indirect control over the nation's ruler, the Black Sovereign Kafakul, the Technical League also has strong influence over the laws, policies, and economy of Numeria. And at least so far as I've seen and noticed the Technical League, they are quite ruthless. Like, maybe this would be a bit far for them, but also like, they are prone to having slaves and stuff. Why exactly have you lured me here? The question requires a multi-part response. First, we have been testing our location's deterrence system. The deterrence system has been judged unsatisfactory. Adjustment based on this observation is required. Second, we've been testing you. You have been deemed satisfactory candidate. You will be subjected to the modernization procedure. Third, we have been searching for a fitting specimen as a replacement to lead our field combat unit. Your abilities have been deemed extraordinary. The modernization procedure will be modified in order to take the specimen's peculiar properties into account. We are satisfied to the highest degree and are experiencing a state of euphoria. We will... the contrast between like unemotionness and a state of euphoria. We wish to inform you that you will serve as the leader of our army. Definitely not. I also think that if you would try to part in peace, that it would just attack you. I mean, how do you bend mortals to your will? You cannot comprehend the intrications of our work. It is highly probable that you assume that the key is a direct cerebral connection, but that is an insignificant accomplishment within our project. Our true genius is embodied in the device you are observing at this moment. It collects external thoughts that are then translated into generic science, stored, transformed, and sent back as commands. This process is efficient. I guess it would have been very interesting to have Nenio with you. The cognition circlet receives the command and compels the body to execute it. It expels all redundant and resistant elements from the specimen's mind. Our device is the pinnacle of scientific thought, a mechanism created by a mortal being, yet it surpasses creator in every aspect. It is the beginning of a new era, a gateway to the future. It allows us to control our servants. We are holding them at the tip of our thoughts. Our soldiers have forgotten the meaning of fear. We've erased it from their hearts and minds. They have forgotten their lives. Reclaimed space has been used to store knowledge of combat arts and mastery of Numerian weapons. They know no pain. Their bodies remain obedient to the cognition circlets, no matter the wounds they sustain. Until their functionality is lost completely, they will execute the commands. Observe, even physiological death failed to make many of them abandon their posts. Is this not perfect army? Should you not be bowing before our genius and thanking us for revealing the truth? This is horrific. We've been fighting demons and cultists for so long, and forgotten the vile misdeeds mortals can commit without any prompting from the abyss. Couldn't have said it better, Sosiel. But yeah, it's basically very similar to the Borg from Star Trek. And it has so much Warhammer vibes. I won't submit to you. Bring it. Of course, we will now begin the preparation for modernization.
First come, first served.
Is it just one enemy? That sounds too easy. But you know, I don't think it will be easy, so let's just buff ourselves. Oh, dang it. And Ulbrig, not in his griffin form. Concentration. Less. Great, he hides. Ouch. Okay, I think this will be a tough fight. Gosh. What am I supposed to do? I like deactivate them. Okay, you go there. Go there. Heal. And also just try. Ah, there we have now an enemy. But with enemies we can work. Ah, I think just deactivating the other pillar was enough. Interesting. Stand by. Immediate extermination has been considered ineffective. The viability of our host has been compromised. The probability of death is estimated at 100%. Die? Just from activating the pillar? The device must not cease its operations. We are ready to transfer the device's control codes to you. Definitely not. Logan decides to finish her face off without listening. Die. The device must continue to function.
Did we find trouble? No, they did.
Okay, I think the thing is that this fight was kind of bugged.
Endure this.
Die, Logan.
God, that hurts.
Go. Go.
I'm gonna try this again.
Good. And now. Everything
I
freezes.
need your assistance.
I think this encounter's a little bit bugged. But it's okay. Can accept that.
They better start running.
Momentary griffin form, you heal, you
Kneel
just
before
attack.
me.
Yeah, this is not...
Make
Which
every
because I don't
strike
really have
count.
a healer anymore.
Time to share your treasures.
This one's mine.
Yeah. At least they seem to be low.
You've crossed the wrong mark.
Tactical retreat. No.
I'm a bit confused by this fight, but we'll take it. Anyway. Saying 100 Face didn't really have anything interesting. Nope. Okay, I think we are quite beaten. See if we can destroy the device. The device greets your approach with majestically cold indifference. Judging by the sounds it makes, it is continuing its frightening and monumental work even after its owner's death. Let's figure out how the device works. Recalling all that you've ever read or heard about the Numerian arts of technomancy, you fully understand the sheer genius of Hundred Face. Did he even realize what he'd created? The function of which he was using the device, controlling enslaved warriors, was but a shred of its true potential. One might as well use a finely tuned astronomical instrument as a paperweight. The key, unique feature of the device is its ability to read and process the thoughts of sentient creatures. By absorbing them into the crystal that serves as its heart, it breaks complex thoughts and emotions down into basic, clear symbols, readable by anyone. Cool, and also frightening. perceives deeply personal feelings, and casually assimilates any experience, no matter how unique. It learns, and what it learns is everything. Underface's army provided it with many thoughts and emotions, but the device's hunger for something more. Observing this magnificent monster is both breathtaking and terrifying. Yeah, I think that's a good point. But I mean, yeah, definitely no chance that we leave it here. Because I mean, look how horrible things were done with it. And I think there are rarely good things you could do with it, especially considering, like, nature of mortals. Logan destroys the device that should not exist in this world. The device refuses to die. It watches clouds of metallic dust erupt from its depths and gather around the parts you've damaged, restoring their original condition. You hear a loud scraping noise coming from the core of the mechanism, like a giant tossing and turning in its steel cradle, shaking off sleep. Now that you have attacked the device, it tries to awaken and become more complex in order to protect itself. Without wasting another moment, you call upon all your power and deliver a single, unstoppable, deadly blow. Tears the massive crystal heart from the depths of the device. The mechanism thrashes around like a beast in agony until at last it goes still. Wow. Yeah, I think we've done some good here. And it will be interesting what happens to all the people around here. They're just hostile. They're just dead.
They say the worthiest fighters become devils in hell. If it's true, it's only fair. Lazy fighters can retire. But for true warriors, death is no reason to shirk one's duty.
Okay. A little bit of abyssal corruption. Let's have a look. Want to go home and sleep and be not corrupted anymore. Ah. Apparently, the door which locked us in is open again. Okay, they're just continuing their work. Oh, what a cruel fate. Alrighty. Let's leave this cruel place.